Right, family, una good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever in the world una day. This is the day in our program with the host and presenter, Prince Emil Macroma. Today, Sunday, the 23rd of August, 2020. As usual, we get a very special program here and a very special guest. Today, we want to talk about something equally very, very important na we country Sierra Leone, both in the then, the now, and in the future. Because we're so intoxicated by politics in the country that the people where we entrust, here for take the leadership role for transform the country are always, here having questions. Questions have been raised about the leadership ability. Today, one of the biggest parties in the country is on the point of implosion. Stand to be corrected, but it's more like a question so you can see the title. So we ask whether the Coalition for Change, whether it is imploding, okay? And for help we for take we through things that we don't happen lately within the party circle and structure, it's a very special brother. And this brother is none other but Mr. Ambrose Baba, commonly known as Tab. Okay, Mr. Baba, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prince.
Okay. So like I've been saying, ladies and gentlemen, make I just go over this again, quickly. That just last year, the leader, Honorable Sam Sumana, left the party, the C4C, when he been part of the formation in a leadership capacity. And there are questions as to waiting to go on now, but we do know say he left the party and go to another party where not strange to him. He belong to this party. In fact, part of waiting to happen is very, very interesting, and we're at a crossroad in our country. Okay, this Honorable Alhaji Dr. Sam Sumana was one time the vice president, the second highest authority in the land. As a vice president, he was unceremoniously removed. We have to use, the right words, right place, right time. And that, of course, infuriated him. And because he come on a swing state in the country, he weighed boku clout. And he left and go join the Coalition for Change. When he joined the Coalition for Change, we can easily say this now a disgruntled element of the APC party, because now the leader for this party been there, and he able for rally in people around them. As we can see, sometimes not only the optics, we can left the optics and talk about the science or the numbers or the data, which is a draw in powerful seats than we get in parliament from that eastern district of Conoway, not a stronghold. But the idea is he left the APC party, and where he left the APC party, all the people that we even get with them, or almost all of them, follow them, and then they get the Coalition for Change. But then at some point, when he left the Coalition for Change, that party, they shake back and forth, okay? And we see that back and forth shaking up to this point that the person will be left in charge of leadership is also having a problem within the party. Hence why we asked the question about whether the C4C is imploding, which is something happening on the inside, not from the outside, although potentially it could be influenced from the outside. But for help we for understand all of this, again, we get a very special guest, Mr. Tab Ambrose Baba. Tab, we want to let you help with, first of all, with the genesis of the C4C, so Fambulen will understand this point thoroughly. So, dear, if you, I shall say we get time for take me through the formation, the very beginning, the structure, the rules of this party, waiting at the very beginning.
All right. Good evening, my listeners. Good morning, good afternoon. It depends to which part of the world we are finding ourselves. And also, when I all remember this voice, this is not Tab Baba again. I've been at the former Assistant Secretary General Global for C4C, and once acting Secretary General before I be former Secretary General, before I be Deputy Secretary General. They among the 8 people then, we for only first meeting Washington, Maryland here. Here funding also one of our brother in house for that we able to come together and put this party together. I think for putting the name together, I will be one of the first person we choose coalition. Some people then choose change. Some people then put C4C, but we end up get this wonderful name Coalition for Change. But to be specific, Mr. Prince, C4C is the ideology we been on there for a very long time because we all been there at the All People's Congress Party. Maybe once a special assistant to the Honorable Vice President, the Office of the Vice President. But we don't see there was a lot of political turmoil within the boiling in the country. There was a discrepancy between the then president and the vice president. So that don't create a lot of problems. So few concerned Sierra Leoneans then come together, we be patriotic and loyal to Sam Sumana, choose say, then they form a Friends of Sam Sumana. So that Friends of Sam Sumana don't exist, I would say, for almost 5 to 6 years before we can get C4C. So it's not just a nomenclature change of one name to another name. So in the C4C, I can originally say, they call ourselves as a founding member in America. As far as me concerned, I can just say, na name will give the party. Because the ideology we don't, they just start because Sierra Leone, a political party, you get to be registered and go through the PPRC norms them for make it become a political party. But the movement, Friends of Sam Sumana, did not exist 5 years ago, in which we all, 80 to 90% of we inside C4C, we were part of that movement, we all been in that movement. Including me, who say me born when I come out the streets. Prince, I can tell you, say, Kono District, with people them, be not sick and tired of the way where the two big political parties then they treat Kono. This not just happen overnight. Now, till it don't happen for a very long time. Then can come to we then tell we, then dreams them, just because we know say we are the swing states, then we can buy into their ideas then, we join them. At the end of the day, a lot of things can happen in the corridor of power, where when you go back to the people then, we will explain them things in there. Because one, either they not believe it got to be a counter explaining, and this the counter. At the end of the day, when I go there in one side, where nothing they go before. And Prince, as I can tell you, my district can also come for. I don't want for the bias say other parts will not be affected by the war. But Prince, if you go Sierra Leone today, you go Kono, you will not say rebel and feds and Sierra Leone. Because we still get a scar of the war, now Kono. And when the politicians then come, they're not happy for mend the scar of the war with the team will not affect we na Kono. Guess what they do? Then they put more division between we na Kono, for they will be separated. So with people in Kono, we don't become disgruntled, fed up with that. If I can tell you, say Prince, the Friends of Sam Sumana movement, and don't start on 5 years ago, the 14 chiefdoms, we got 14 chiefdoms in Akono. Out of all them 14 chiefdoms in Akono, I will tell you, say 80% to 85%.
I'll call you back Sunday live.
80 or 85%.
That's all right. Yeah, that's all
right. 80 or 85% of them overwhelmingly vote for C4C. Which Chief Alhaji Sam Sumana then would have been the leader of C4C, not going to all them 14 chiefdoms. But most of the people them already get the ideology, say, this time around, we get for support, we don't picking them, make them get the ideology of we let them cry and go, whichever side of the cry and go, the root of this party for start now. That's the way C4C come. And I tell you, say, some of our brothers, they will be in the APC. Some of our brothers, they will be in the SLPP. They say they confess, say, when they can go to them village them. For go campaign, like go campaign for SLPP, this go campaign for APC. Then mommy, they will not, one day go school, then pardon. When one day go school, they tell them, but I read the story yet. They say, we say, another Kono party na day. So people be don't feel say C4C, na a Kono party. Despite we no say C4C na national party. But because of just the leader by then, when they affected, when they removed the vice president office, happens for other party, the whole Kono man just feel say, this now we own. So that's the way C4C was formed. So not until we just form overnight. Now till we start 5, 6 years ago, as I talk to you, the movement, it go all now as 7 to 8 years movement.
Okay.
So that's how C4C come about. When we come America, free like Dennis Williams, Eyafande, Victor Duba, we all come together. We say, okay, now this dream of people then, where the Lord try to transform into political reality. So with Opse, if we be able to come out, can they collect Yumkela and Chief Sam Sumana on the same ticket? We try for all meeting roots can they collect Yunkela and supporters them with them and in itself for make we count them together. But by then,
Okay, I think we get issues with we guest in audio. We are having issues with the guest in audio. As soon as we sort that out, we'll continue where we are. There's a lot, here. There's a lot happening, ladies and gentlemen. For una we just joined, this is now a very special interview with a very special guest, a man we did in the know. We did at the very beginning. In fact, we will term him as one of the founding fathers, of the Coalition for Change political party. They get issues with they get issues with the audio. So as soon as we get them back and the audio is established and clear, we will continue from Usai we left. So we get issues with the brother in audio. But this interview is very, very critical, very, very serious, because they talk about the nature of the country, where we are and where we are heading. And this is serious. This is no joke. And the brother is a man that they in the know about the very origin. You don't tell we say now 8 original people in the Panama meeting and they begin in America. And there was always this plan on how to take the country forward. So now that he didn't explain. So we don't get the brother back. I don't know. Okay, so the audio sound clear. So just take them from where you were, brother.
With the platform, see
a little bit more before we move to the second phase.
We'll be one for join can they collect Yunkela and the Chief Sam Sumana and all Chasmaga and all the small political parties them on one ticket. So for me, we redeem Sierra Leone from that quagmire where the big political parties, the way people begin to call Alusan and Alassane, the way that they treat people, the way they don't take the country, people then like complexants on us as soon as they can count very good manifesto, but when they don't take office, the manifesto they don't reflect on the life of the people there. Sometimes they can even, as MRC refers to, begin provoking in the situation, so that will plan. But at the end of the day, that plan they will not even for counter because being a short limited time for you to count all them politicians them together, which be involved resources, it be involved a lot of negotiation. So guess what happen? Most of the political parties and choose say will they run on our tickets because them if say some man if say we can because they get kind of Yunkela in the name, they get Sam Sumana in the name, like go get space with in position we want. So they choose say then they go under their own political parties and say, okay, so still we not relent with the movement. We choose say this movement will go all out for make we register this political party, make it be a party who will sell to the people of Sierra Leone and buy with ideology.
Okay, okay, Tab. Make I just take you on that point there. I mean, very good historical background, because in the making of such things, we the ordinary people, the laymen and women, we not ever then at them background and therefore understand exactly what happened. So we're very thankful, for painting that picture of waiting exactly transpire from the very beginning. So Fambulem, una don't get a gist about the formation of the C4C. So una take this aspiration to another level, in other words, for register as a political party. So this speaking don't become legitimate, it don't become legal. So let me talk about that process a little bit and tell me about the structure and rules once we don't go forward to that point, please.
Yeah. With the political party, we get final registration certificates when December 18, 1920, that period. Now we register, that's 2017. Eventually, we convention the 19th January 2018. So we elect executive that convention, and Sam Sumana merged as a flag bearer of the C4C, Coalition for Change. They run, we get so many, about 3 people candidates that will be run for that position. I can remember one when Reverend Tamba Fomba, the youth leader for Council of Churches Sierra Leone, and said they run for that position. And other candidates with Sam happens for be the flag bearer. So now that convention day, January 2018, they will elect executive. One of the puzzles we mean, now where we all as a political party, this thing don't begin not to just in C4C. It don't now all them political parties then. When election done over, people can just feel this political party will not for continue with dream, A lot of people just want for walk through for going to the government of the day for go for a job. So the best thing can do, this is small political party they want for grow for make a big party. They aim now for mass and killer. So my first stance said, no, this is not going to happen. We're not going to sit down for let this party happen. Like what other political parties then kill him slowly. Me tab now one person we stood and challenged the status quo say I support SLPP because we want change of government. I run that program and the media for almost throughout the campaign of SLPP. And when it stop it, I finance me only to way for finance for campaign and my hometown when I come for let SLPP merge as a winner. But that does not make me an SLPP. I still after the winning, I still take a back seat as an opposition. As the opposition say, this government will don't get change of government. So now they can't observe what in this government they do. That's the way some of who go wrong because SLPP not ever want for like we criticize it. Why am I for criticizing as an opposition?
Okay, we come to that, Mr. Baba. I just want to let you tell me about the party structure and in rules them once you don't go register them because this is kind of very significant because sometimes we can put away rules and the structure system and then we become very emotional and that's very kind of typical of we. So let me talk about the rules because we get for come to a point where we want to look at whether there are violations of the rules and waiting at the way forward. So tell me once you go register the party and the party became, legitimate and then elections and then the candidates them and then parliamentary seats and waiting govern, from that point stay on.
We'll get few of them with a day at Africa. We'll get few of them with members there. And then no say the party, all structures within place legitimate. There is a letter probably we don't privy to for tell you say the legitimacy of the party because like if the letter not legitimate, PPRC is responsible for regulation of political party acts in Sierra Leone, which PPRC on the 22nd of July, then we brought as they say the executive mandate will expire. Then go PPRC first before they take this party in court. So when they go PPRC reply them. They say the executive because they say well, we are present. I don't get the letter in presence of me. But if I forgot, I forgot read them to the public, for let the public see what did the PPRC say. They say we've been present at the convention, and the executive a mandate not do it. I executive a mandate not do it. Then the tax say the executive will expire. So as far as me concerned, C4C party get structure. Chief Alhaji Sam Sumana was just one of the NAC member. He was a flag bearer, but not to even party structure be different. Will not be one forget that same way they say you are the leader at the same time you are the chairman, flag bearer and the chairman. No, who party didn't get leader. Flag bearer will get chairman of a party when at Tambasandi. The deputy chairman of the party, they will get the secretary general when I go for as the executive. So the move where Chief Sam Sumana say they go APC, that now created confusion. People then if say Chief Sam Sumana was a leader and chairman of the party, but he was not the chairman. So now I make people then they go that room and they say, let me clear the air to they say the party get chairman. So go PPRC say Chief Sam Sumana don't move. So the party when I be the chairman of the party, the executive now legitimate. So now them grounds and they then go now PPRC. No I say the chairman the way named in a PPRC when at Tamasandi, it was not Sam Sumana. Sam Sumana was just a flag bearer. So that the discrepancy down there will be between two of some of the brothers they will go PPRC and PPRC right say no. We get executive now where they mandate the affairs of C4C when are the chairman at Tamasandi and the Kwego now Alicious 4. So the executive legitimate until the mandate to get the document to get all signed to now, when expire, we go tell us for go convention.
Yeah. I think we don't lost the brother. Okay, we don't lost the audio of the brother again. So anyway, Fambulem, this is a very, very important interview we are having here today because we talk about the soul. Hello, Bob, are you there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're back. Okay, yeah, so continue. We lost you briefly.
So, a lot of people say they mix up say, from the day where Chief Sam Sumana left from January, say they were APC. And me, I expect say, for every politician in Sierra Leone, let we politicians then begin journey with themselves and journey with the people of Sierra Leone. Dan Chief Sam Sumana been there between C4C, with hope say with activities they already do at C4C as a political party, their ideology then they go take a hand over to APC. But it can't tell with plain say, it say me at the left now. I dey go back and my party because I want to go pursue my dream. We bless them, we say, okay. Including every C4C member. Bless them. A go. So how people then when we all know say we all are early to the reading, right? How then go misinform the public about Sam Sumana and left one, say the party not get structure. Which they not say, Sachi Alhaji Sam Sumana was just a leader and flag bearer, but he was not a chairman. So this misinformation, because of the selfish people then they spread false rumor to the public for not say, oh, C4C, they turmoil, C4C, they pamphlet each other. No, we get executive and it's executive legitimate until the time for when the executive and time they off. Then we can go to convention, whosoever want to contest for the leadership and contest for the leadership.
Okay, Mr. Baba. Thank you again for that clarification. And Fambule, which I want for let we understand, the critical mass about this entire conversation is much more like a clarification because there is a lot ongoing in the background, which we, again, I repeat, the laymen and women do not understand, but we need to understand because I am of the opinion, and I believe this chant with a lot of us, the rest of us, that we need to be informed on issues way paramount to the affairs of the state because we are part and parcel of the state. So even though people can get a caucus them inside and they discuss whatever, but in the end, it get for come out to light when they make a decision. But now we see this confusion in a party where now one of the most senior party in the country, despite the number 8, because they get party that we get more significant numbers than them, but they're so critical and so key in the running of the country that now the border they give you a background, and this is important for let we listen keenly and let we try for understand. So, what I want to let you do now for take we on to parliament. So the party don't go through all of this. We don't understand all of their structure there. Now they're in a parliament and when I get 8 members then in a parliament. We know say after Sam Sumana, the leader, left for go on another journey, the party suddenly became more shakier because what we understand, it been shaky, but at least it been steady a bit. But now that your man left, it became a problem. Now this problem here don't seem, here for become so much so that the party in livelihood, in functionality them, in oath to the people of Sierra Leone, in oath to the people of Connaught, the 8 seats they will then get, is now questionable. Tell me about the leadership inside Parliament, what are the rules we govern the party inside Parliament, and how we come to where we are today.
Well, in the parliamentary, we get, I can tell you, say, when C4C win election, we 8 parliamentarians, and for the past almost 2 years, they work together very hard for the Connaught people then. I can tell you that. All 8 of the members of parliament, they work together and they care with development and constituencies them. With hope say we will take that Julius Malema style in South Africa, wherein we will get a small minority of a party, we get strong opposition. Now parliament we will change the will of certain things then. But along the line, say the central government always can try for influence and people's them along the line. So therefore, in this last 5 or 6 months, we therefore begin to see a lot of shake begin in our party, which we try for all members of parliament them, tell and say this. Not to this now we dream of a party. They dream of a party with our opposition and we therefore stand as a opposition. Not to foresee like a government of the day when the government do something where we for praise or not go praise them. But if the government do something we go wrong, we therefore stand in the face of the government and do things that we're wrong.
So allow me interject there quickly just for understand something. So one of your grievances is the party not they oppose the government as much as you would like for the party for do. So are there compromises that when the party when the ruling party do wrong, you need to see enough of opposition from your own side that you would like to see? Is that the case, sir?
Yep, I know they see enough of the case. Like me, I can go back to my brother, which is a very close friend of mine, because brothers that can be very close friend. We are very close friend, Honorable Emerson Lamina. And somebody will say we almost grow together. It will be a shock to you for making say, me Honorable Emerson Lamina, now only one day they are part of we. Well, 2 months February, This born February 26, born February 26, he born February 25. We are very close friend and very close brother. This is a man where we stand for the norms and no nonsense in all the take now. And if you go back to history when he was a mayor, it take up to a mine in a court. It take up to a mine in a court for say, now a only mining company down the way in a court, we know they pay tax to people them. We should connect people them. Now they the young man selling self na that platform say because the connect people they all come, stand there and for push that dream day. Now it don't be a caucus leader. So it will get more opportunity. It get more opportunity now for challenge the status quo will happen than they tell he as a mayor. We question like me passionate problem why I get to that. I said, my friend, if you have been the mayor, you stand on them ground standing. Now you are now the mines chairman mines mineral committee in parliament. You're not head of the caucus leader. Why you don't stand in the norms of the thing where the government they abuse the people then, right? Now, anything where the government do, instead of stand against the government, say, this is not right, this is not correct, you go begin praise the government. That is wrong. I say you have to go back to that drawing board and try to address the issues that they say. You are a opposition and still have to stand as a opposition.
But will it make sense to you, Mr. Baba, that you've been to see Mr. Lamina in a different sense as per waiting you just explained from the very beginning, when the man, one of the few people, son of the soil, we stand up for some things, then we not being corporate responsibilities as per mining and champion the cause of the local people in the district. But hence now we don't go into politics, which probably that was a stepping stone for him. It also get responsibility when they deal with other party people inside parliament. So therefore, there has to be some kind of consensus. You can't just be opposing. Yes, you can oppose, but sometimes the way how we work inside parliament is completely different as opposed to how we, the ordinary eyes, see things from the outside.
Yeah, but at the same time, you cannot be praising government when you know say the government they do things that were wrong. I don't just make an instance I say, if in the platform, it in the better platform now than before, because now he's not even the caucus now he's a former caucus leader. He was not even not that position where he been there as a mayor, and now as a honorable by then he was a caucus leader and chairman. Mineral committee, whether now you head that committee the way you will take this mining company now court as a mayor. So you head this committee, that means you privy to more things than we've been there as a mayor. So why you lay back? That is some of the problem then. Why do you lay back? That means you are working with the government of the day, and which is wrong. We said that thing can shoot up now on this election.
Yeah, but Mr. Baba, I'm troubled by the last statement where you just made. That mean you're working with the government of the day. Is there something wrong with you working maybe in a positive way with the government of the day? Because that's a kind of sweeping statement. You know, one for like work with the government at all?
I make an clear to you say, if the man who work of the government of the day is still get for not say he's a opposition, there is one Sierra Leone who will not get two Sierra Leone. The only country we're going to Sierra Leone, and a government of the day now in responsibility for cater for every Sierra Leoneans them. If things they go wrong, as an opposition, you get to stand tall and defend them things and they say they go wrong. Not just about honor on the mining sectors what they say. Honorable Emerson Lamina as a former caucus leader for C4C. We all lay in all the brutal things and killings that way they happen at the country. You know, ever condemn no. And come and stand say, it condemn them thing and they say as an opposition say, it wrong. You know, condemn them. And when it comes to this thing, we create this particular problem the party for removal as a caucus leader. You get a consultation with a party executive, which now you're on party executive, and you are not just a party executive. This gentleman is not just a caucus leader by then, but even a part of the NC when they take decision for C4C. Now then they take decision. You meet with the executive. When I discuss daily activities of the party, and here you know say, Section 77K of the Sierra Leone Constitution talks say, your loyalty to the country, it starts from your loyalty to your party. Because now your party in ticket can you go to parliament. At the same time, if you know say you're so popular, the best thing what you can do, you don't need to run under a political party. Just go to your view, go independent, as we get two independent candidates in a parliament. We win election. Now the strong goal of SLPP. So if you don't go meet with the party not talk say, they no want for making support the nomination of where His Excellency the President nominated the electoral commissioner. But there's the party do some background check where the party find out say the man no ever vote. And according to the constitution, if for be vote before they vote for you. They say
okay, we come to that because that's so important, because the direction where one of the party then a parliament go, which is the C4C we talk about, a very, very profound and history will come for George we and judge the party on that basis day, so you can find where we get dissenting voices. But I want you to talk to we the public about the leadership, the whip, the chair, and parliamentary caucus. I want you to break those down, here for we, so we go understand. Because a lot of us don't understand them parliamentary language and how party then they function or supposed to function inside parliament. But within the C4C context, you have provide some insight for we, please, if you will.
All right. In the parliament setting, when a political party, once it already registered at Nasiwalun, and it went system in a parliament, the same responsibility with that party, we get 50 seats or 30 seats or 100 seats, and the same responsibility in the given all our parliament, because when a party get forget structure. Now, based on that, before the party go to parliament, the leadership, that the chairman and secretary of that political party, then get was send a names them to the Speaker of the House. Say this particular candidate, this particular honorable, they're all are honorable, but this honorable. Now, for big caucus leader, and then head with party in parliament. So anything with government want for champion to a political party, now through this champion and for like retreat, that is just like a messenger now between the government, the political party, now the steering wheel between the caucus leader is the steering wheel between the government and the political party, because like the parliament is part of the government structure. So that day after day, you get a deputy leader. Because anything along the line, sometimes the leader can get government assignment there, can get other things away, we're able to do for meet up the parliamentary sitting. So there comes the deputy leader, the whip and the deputy whip. That's the structure of the party. So now, so we get the structure. All the same thing we see for C-SEPs, now so NGC day, now so SLPP day, now so EP, the same equal platform now all in the parliament and at the same equal position we all get.
Thank you very much. Really do explanation. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special interview on a very special subject, on a very, very special day with a very special guest. We talk about the C4C political party, then at the coalition. And the Coalition for Change, we ask the question whether it is imploding. And with we this afternoon for help for explain this story is none other but a very special guest, Mr. Tab Ambrose Baba. Also, I want to remind you now that on Tuesday on this very platform, we go have the number 2 to Kamarimba, Mohammed Kamarimba Mansari, then Mr. Mfaji Kaba. He will be right here for explain the predicament or whatever the leadership they go through now. Waiting who's kind of trouble with Kamarimba Depan, how we get into Ram, waiting they go on, whether it's politically motivated and the rest of it. We will hear it all from the mouth of the number 2 man, Mr. Mfaji Kaba, to the Alliance Democratic Party of the Alliance Democratic Party, right here on this platform. And I'm asking you all to please share this that we are broadcasting on now with Mr. Tab Ambrose Baba on the leadership of or whether the party they implode the C4C. Mr. Baba, I want to move on, last time they fast catch up with we to the issue of injunction. So we, the public, learn that there is an injunction, and most of we learn about via the annals of social media. Okay, we within the diaspora. I don't know how we people are here and down there, whether it went through the formal platform. But we are here, I can say for sure that me here via the annals of social media. We make a call few of Mr. C4C friends for confirmation whether this is real, because I believe that there should be a kind of structure. So I want you to touch on this injunction, because in different parts. Because why? When the party became affected by the rancor when they go on from within, then suddenly we begin to read about injunction. In other words, we know say a petition was filed challenging the legitimacy rather of the executive committee, which is headed by Tamba Sandi. But this is not something where you go touch on because you know far more than we do, so that we go get for understand. The interim chair himself for the party, who happens to be Aloysius Koigo Fo, is also a party to all of which in the happen. That include the National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Lawrence Coker. So we also understand that the injunction it come after the unceremonious change in the parliament of the caucus, where happened to be the man at the center of all of this, Mr. Emerson Lamina. If you do understand exactly the context where they try for arrival, please explain, here to the general public, what is all this about? Because this is not the key pivotal moment on this entire interview, the injunction and where we are heading.
Well, in the area of Emerson Lamina involving into the injunction issue of what happened, I'm not going able I not get any proof say it involved, because like the people who will take the injunction at court, Emerson in name not in the letter we then take for survey. Despite the same rumor where you get another rumor the women gets, but we don't want to dive into rumor. But one thing where I will try for tell you say, there was a little some of the C4C supporters where they in the diaspora, where been done this issue be as soon as you come out after election, then we don't take side say there is certain things that we then want the chairman for go. Then begin that campaign, they which Emerson Lamina, by the end, as I've been telling you, they all been work together as a member of parliament. So like along the line now, it's just like them people then they can just align themselves with Emerson Lamina, like we get common enemy. That is this last 1 month or so for me on findings then. This last 1 month. But then you know that tell them they go PPLC, then same people that then go PPLC for say the executive mandate to expire. So for say the executive mandate to expire, and then same one take this party in a court, including with other brother when it's Sierra Leone and Sanyama. But for let me able can because one thing for me, I don't want for court indict a situation we're in, and then for justify say Emerson Lamina, the part of them. Now them all take the party in a court, because if it be the part of them, to me, a name for them the people that will take the party in a court for survey, but the letter where them survey, a name not the. But one thing where they blame Emerson Lamina for into this case, you by then, you're a caucus leader of a political party, they don't remove it. You will stand tall and no say for let them take this party in a court to this kind of party they created division, then you go write a letter. Say the party executive in time don't expire. So it's just like you indulge the people that will take the party in a court. So that's the way me conclude say he is part of them based on himself in letter we write to the public and to the party after they remove her as a caucus leader.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So based on that, make a talk say, not to me write the letter, now in write the letter. That means for in write the letter support a division of the party, say the party gonna come, and which in one of the authorities then we're supposed for unify and put the party together. They go ahead and write a letter between the same period where in letter come out. One day after, we then serve a letter say the party executive non-legal. So we conclusion as a party members and the senior stakeholders in the party, we just conclude now say he is part of them, we take the party in a court.
Okay, there are circumstances, I suppose this is what you try for imply, that there are circumstances where make, like say, Mr. Lamina and they underneath all of this.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to let you tell me about this injunction, how this injunction was served, because this is also quite important. How was the injunction served? How did the party come to know, if you do know, how the injunction served? Was it via the normal process that it should be, as per the directive of PRC regulating political party, or was it via some other means? Because I've been trying to imply something the way Army area.
Well, as a Sidoya, I still tell you say, authoritatively, I go tell you say, with judiciary still and fail Sierra Leone. And the party received and letters them this week. I then received the letters them Wednesday. Now the party received the letter, and officially we see them letters on social media last week Wednesday. That is 1 week after the party received the letters. Then take in a court. So one of the things where some of we up to now we did that adults in one situation here. How somebody a party will take people, a group of people that will take somebody a party to court. You know, if you ask a question to the leadership of the party, say they don't take in a court, they just give you an injunction. So that thing where we all know before remove that nails into that particular point. Because then for don't ask force, if then people themselves will take in a court, if they are our members. That question is not asked. The judge just go ahead and do it and slam an injunction on the political party, which is not fair to the political party. So, as I tell you, now Tuesday, Wednesday, now in the party, because different than write the Secretary General, then write the chairman. The Secretary General get your own letter on Wednesday, the chairman receive your own on Tuesday. That is 1 week after we don't see the thing on social media, so not do any political activities, they don't ban me. So we don't even know as we talk. It was on Thursday, we Secretary General go ask the court hearing when we will get the hearing, because we as a political party, we still respect the law. We know when we challenge the law of the country until we go to court and we lawyers the whole long take for challenge the law. Say the particular judge or the particular court will give this injunction, they not follow the due process of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, PPRC Act.
Okay, around that, and you say from the beginning, which is the Department of not they call them departments in America. Okay, but the Justice Ministry or the judiciary as a whole, they continue for of Sierra Leone. That is a statement taken from what you just said, Mr. Baba. The executive committee of the Coalition for Change is obviously headed by Mr. Tamba Sandi, and you get the interim chair for the party, Mr. Aloysius Koigo, and the publicity secretary, Mr. Lawrence Coker. In all of these ongoings, what are your understanding of these three key people? Where do they stand? What are the principles stand on all of what they go in terms of the party in structure?
Not to even Aloysius Koigo, Tamasandi, Aloysius Koigo, Fo, and Lawrence Coker. Okay, when I refer to the whole party structure, the party executive. The party executive, we will stand on the constitution of the party. Now that's what they take for rule, the mandate the affairs of the party. The constitution will we give them a mandate, and based on that mandate and the act, they don't have anything outside the constitution of C4C.
I agree. The reason we make her ask the question is there seems to be a split within the party, because let's bear this, at the back of our minds. Now, within the party hierarchy and structure, now they an injunction come out, a complaint was lodged against the party. Okay, so that means effectively there is a split within the party. Now, I make her ask, where does X stand? Where does Y stand? So we understand who is who within this entire process.
Mr. Prince, you get it wrong. The people that will take in a court, they're not inside the executive of the party. They are supporters. Right. As far as me concerned, because I asked the chairman, if them people and we get one thing where people and they misunderstand, we get supporters then.
Yeah.
We get members. Them people and they're not inside the C4C executive. They are not members of our executive. I asked the chairman say, I don't know them as a registered member of the party.
Okay. My understanding, to the follow-up, of course, I'll take your word and I will try for, do some verification further. But my understanding is that it come out within the party, now then challenge the legitimacy of the executive committee. So you get the executive committee in itself is split because the injunction come about as a complaint lodged from within the party. So yes, we understand that the supporters then the supporters then go lodge complaint. But let me assume say that it is the supporters, the structure of the party and the PPRC guidelines. Can they?
the PPRC guideline can they because like this the support some of who support us they always say we I then get the party because we as party registered member in the registered party for you supporters then because the supporters are not they all able for afford and use them for the registrations not they all able for afford them. But then sets can be a stake to a party because like now then loyalty or the support they make you win elections then. So you get a listening to the concern of the supporters then again, which we always stay as a party for listening to concern and then we support us then. So I want to make categorically at this media they say the people that will take in a court, none of executive member not there among them. Will not get no executive member where they among them and they will take in a court. And they tell you say the party not split. The party they in unity and we still work between the norms and the code of PPRC, which then regulates the political party. And as I tell you, the PPRC letter, it makes categorically clear that this party C4C don't violate anything when PPRC read this letter on the 22nd of July. Let's say just less than 1 month ago. So
when you say the party not split, it sounds very much like something you go hope for because the reality does speak to something else. There's an injunction against the party taken by people within the party. In other words, by every definition of the English language, is fractured. Yeah, the party is being fractured because one side, although it's healthy in a sense, but the way this is being played out is not agree with the other side. And if the party cannot talk their issues within when they get differences, but then bring account to other person, for can be the umpire, for can be the arbiter for peace, then sure enough, there is something fundamentally wrong inside the party structure. Will you agree with that characterization, Mr. Baba?
No, I don't agree because I don't tell you say the people that will take this party in a court, they are supporters of our party. Probably the people that do not preview to the PPRC, the Political Party Regulation Act, and not preview to the Constitution of C4C. They just sit down and just say what's in ARC or what they see in a street, make people work on this. Until when they don't take in a court, probably the law will go, I guide them, tell them, say, no, this is correct, or this is not correct, or this is that. But as far as me concerned, my party in unity will not split as a political party.
So according to the court document, which is signed by the register, the master register of the court, I think say this case in a High Court number 10. Mm-hmm. The complaint, is led by Sanyama. Does this name ring a bell to you?
Yep, Sanyama is a brother.
I know, all of the people in the party are brothers. We do understand that. And I will come to that just before we end the program, which is just a few minutes. But waiting at Sanyama in position, whose kind of stake will Sanyama get inside, apart from him being from the district of Kono, whose stake will he get inside the party?
This, I don't know. I don't tell you, say, if Sanyama, I don't make that categorically clear. Say the people that we carry the party go, now court, we carry the party go and court, they are our supporters.
Sanyama is a supporter. That's what that's how they try to arrive at. He's not a key member of the party in the sense that he gets some position or senior player or something of that kind.
Sanyama was once a secretary general for the movement. By then, he was not a political party. A movement is from the political
party. Please. Yeah, go on.
He was a secretary general for the movement. When we get the party, here comes in Aloysius Kwego IV. So in the convention, Sanyama end up for voting in as a national deputy PRO for the Coalition for Change. Along the line, immediately after election, Sanyama choose say no longer not comfortable for serve in that capacity of a national PRO. I talked to the Secretary General, the chairman on that. The chairman and leader say Sanyama Binongo declare na the Sierra Leone People's Party, which now be informal party say it join the party back. So in that context, I tell you say if you don't move, and most of them people in the way, then some resign say we are not a member of the C4C. We don't come on, we don't go. So if you don't go, you don't left the party. Which grounds you get for can't take this party to tax?
Well, again, that's questionable, Mr. Baba. Of course, if that's the case and the procedures are followed, then obviously your question will be absolutely relevant. But in this case, it doesn't seem like procedures were followed, so we can easily say there were procedural improprieties, because from waiting, you self-explained to me what I see and me basic research what I do. It's like there are no official letters, here for dismiss these people. It almost sounds like the former leader of the party, Alhaji Dr. Sam Suma, the party now the middle, probably people like you are well informed as to what they go on the inside. But with the middle left people like us who are kind of confused whether he actually left. Was he given a certificate of for leaving, or he just talked between the caucus of the party? So once then things in there are not clarified, they're not clear, then you self know say it's not legitimate, and this is what comes back to bite most of us. Will you agree with that, Mr. Baba?
No, I not agree with that in one sense. I don't tell you say most of them people them they we see in the scenario of Dr. Kane Yunkala in the SFPP. He was his man, probably been support the party. Die attended say my papa na found a member of the SFPP. But according to SFPP, tell we say the man not been get party card. So if somebody they say they claim say you don't get party card on a party, I you want to like accept this person say I'm a member, who is not my member. Because
so,
the chairman,
so that could be an allegation, and it stands to be proven. Because yes, then you need for revert to the records. That's why there is an issue of record keeping, because you can revert to the records.
I record, I'm not responsible for keeping the record. I ask the chairman. The chairman talk say, he not recognize them people, the membership in party.
The chairman not recognize the names of these people in party. But this is based, or could be based, on waiting they go on now within the party. Because there's acrimony. Daggers are drawn. Blood is being spilled, Mr. Baba.
Mr. Prince, there is no further way I can answer this question further than that. As I say, then people they are supporters of my party.
Okay, they are supporters. So we will take that as being supporters. We will call you back at some point for clarification on this once we get clarity. Mr. Baba, obviously an injunction, I'm still on the issue of injunction because it's really important. An injunction was brought against the party by outsiders in the sense, supporters in quotation marks, supporters of the party. But this injunction, can you tell us, the general public, waiting this injunction, I know we don't talk about that briefly, but I'm trying to arrive at something. Waiting this injunction is about, what do you bring about this injunction, Mr. Baba?
Well, according to them, right, the injunction, they say the key, they say the executive in time will expire. Now 3 months, then you get the executive. I don't know which part of the constitution, quote down, the communal say anywhere inside the constitution. Say now 3 months, and the PPRC don't clarify that. So now the key thing and then say the chairman and the secretary general then for step down for local convention. But what you know make
who are the chairman and the secretary general who are affected by this because it's questioning the legitimacy of the executive committee? Who are they?
The chairman are Tamba Al Sandi and Alisha Squego Fo.
Okay.
The one they found the supporters of C4C will take this allegation, say they man them for step down. But one thing where they know, let's assume say quote and unquote, let's assume say them people then they now remember. Let's say they were a registered member. Let's say not be registered member. Then when aware say the country they on a state of emergency, I go ask for something we don't say, you defy your own very law where the president where the government we don't say this no political activities not for take place until I lift it. Then you can between that period, you say the party for dissolve. So if you really love that party, I will let the party for day without a leadership until we get the end of state of emergency, which we don't know when. Probably the COVID still exists. The president can for extend the state of emergency, we don't know. So you want the party for day without any leadership structure up to the time way with the state of emergency because we not get nobody not get right for the public gathering. So the people them not even think about the life of the party, wouldn't then care. It's just like we want this party for die. Because if you don't want the party for die, certain things then you go take into consideration. If you really you are a legitimate member of that party. But probably, Naime can say because of they not do thorough research and know the C4C constitution for read them and get some norms and some facts or the PPRC actually responsible for regulating political parties, probably not that blindly then take the party in a court.
So you question the sincerity of those that took the party to the court?
Of course. If they were,
okay.
if they were even, if they were even legitimate member, I don't question them.
Okay.
If they were legitimate member, yeah.
In the realm of things, in the nature of politics, you know, Mr. Tambalamina stands to be one of the victims as per waiting you they propagate for, or will have been one of the victims of which they propagate for. Mr. Emerson Lamina, in this case, sound like a three-dimensional chess player. He move a piece where can check, not checkmate, but can check the army of people like you, where till you try for make the public for understand, as per my understanding, is how close to your chest this party is. But laying aside emotion and talking about law and order, which maybe then people and they try for, you know, take a hold of, say law and order for be the order of the day, not emotionality. You seem for they on the side of emotion, on the side of the district, on the side of your people in terms of emotion, no law and order. What also, Mr. Baba?
No, are they in the side of the law and order, becoming a law and order abiding citizen? I respect the law, but at the same time, you're not going to abuse the law. So the same way they say to every right, there is a responsibility to it. And I not just stand by me people them. I not just stand by me party. What it make me people them? Now because they are part of Sierra Leone. What it make we participate in the democratic process in the election? Now because we value and respect the constitution of Sierra Leone. So Sierra Leone constitution is supersede everything in the country. So now the constitution, I respect the constitution. Now based on that, when we get this letter, we tell we party say, let we get a lawyer for let them go answer to those people that we take with our courts.
Okay. So Emerson Lamina is accused of gross insubordination. Is that correct?
Yep. Based on a letter.
Based on a letter. Is that part of the injunction process? Or am I having this wrong?
Do the people that will take the party, the right say the executive not get right for remove Emerson as a caucus leader.
As a caucus leader. So this borders me final question to you, which is, would that then stand for benefit from the injunction brought against the Coalition for Change party?
And the people that will take the party in a court.
And who that waiting constitute these people, and who are these people? Who are these people who stand? I mean, we can talk about, let's forget about the optics. Let's talk about hard evidence, because we can look at who that they actually benefit from out of this. So will you say who stands to benefit from this? Not generally the people that we take in a court, because the people that we take in a court, according to you, are just the ordinary Joes, the ordinary supporters of the C4C, but then do in behalf of the party and the structure of the party, who wield real power, where they implement policies, where they affect the state of the people or the district itself. Who are those that actually stand on that level from this injunction brought against the party, Mr. Baba?
The people that we stand against for benefits against this injunction are the people that we want the party for scatter, where they get a motive. Now they stand for benefits. Because as far as we're concerned, we stand for unite. We stand for unite the party, for take the party into another level. So then
people will be.
Yes, Miss. Yeah.
So I mean, just to ask, and those people will be, are still there for draw you out. Are still they try for draw you out for understand who those people will be. Because now your analogy now they draw from the people who took the C4C to court, not from the inside, because I thought it was from the inside, but you need to understand and you are a man in.
Yeah, the people who will stand for benefit, for enjoy, OT and non-text. Now the one that we want the party for divide based on their own agenda.
Those people, who will they be?
The Kelvin Mesiga, the Alice Kandri, the Eafandi, Tamak Boris, and others.
Okay. On that note today, I would like to end this interview. I want to say thank you very much. We go try for contact Dr. Aliyu Iskandri, and we also get Melvin, I forgot the other name, instead get for come on the platform soon. So there's going to be a host of C4C people, and we will come for either back or debunk some of the things you've been saying. But we will always fact check, all of those things the way people will get for say, including what you've said, most of what you said here tonight. But I want to use this opportunity for say thank you very much, Mr. Ambrose Baba. You probably get a last word where we can always, give to we guess them for sort of wrap up the interview. Would you want to take that opportunity?
Yeah, I just want to take this opportunity for thanks the C4C party supporters across the country. We still believe in the value of the C4C party. And I want to assure them, say, the party, the unity and strength, and the man to will and give the leadership. We will do we best into the for make sure say we keep to them, promise them, and for take the party to another level 2023 coming election.
On that note today, Mr. Baba, I want to say thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And even though this is the first time, I want to believe that this is not going to be the last that we are seeing of you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You are most welcome, brother. Family, we don't come to the end of a very, very significant, important interview for